Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another severe weather breakdown. Now this is not going to be my typical severe weather breakdown. Normally I talk about the threat that is set to happen the next day, but today we're going to be kind of breaking down today, tomorrow, and even a little bit into Tuesday. So let's go and get right into it. As you can see, I have the face cam on here with the green screen up. I don't know why I have the green screen up, but I do. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with today, we've got a major threat of severe weather over here in the high plains, so be on the lookout for that. As you can see, we're in the South Dakota region. We got an enhanced risk of severe weather as well as in northeastern Wyoming, so we'll go ahead and talk about what that means in a second here. But firstly, I want to mention we have two different marginal risks. One is down here in the Arizona region. I believe Phoenix is included in this. Yes, it is. But I don't really see anything happening down there. Maybe some scattered showers or thunderstorms, but overall nothing too crazy in this region. So, I mean, definitely be on the lookout for some potential severe weather, but I don't think anything's really going to happen here. But this marginal risk is a little bit more concerning, so let's go ahead and talk about why. As you can see, it extends all the way from the southeast into the northwest, and the reasoning for that is because we've got two different sets of storms here right now across the U.S. We got one down here kind of in the Alabama-Georgia region, and that's what's driving this marginal risk over here. But then up here in the northwest, we have a marginal risk because we have got another line of storms. This one's actually looking way worse, which is why they do have a slight and enhanced risk for severe weather. But if you're in the southeast today, I'd say look out for some shower and thunderstorm activity. We got several special weather statements there this morning, but I don't think you should see any severe thunderstorm warnings, but you could, so be on the lookout. But up here, this is looking a lot more concerning, not only because we have that slight and enhanced risk, but because South Dakota has already gotten like 10 different severe thunderstorm warnings today, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And they were actually in this marginal region here. They weren't in the slight risk, and they weren't in the enhanced risk. They were like right here in the marginal region, so look out even if you're in just a marginal risk. So if we go ahead and talk about our slight risk here, it extends all the way up into Montana, and I think the reasoning for that is because while there's not any storms that are really forecasted to be up here in this region, there could be some stray, very strong to severe thunderstorms up here. So be on the lookout for that. You could see some very gusty winds or large hail, so look out. And then our enhanced risk, that's where the Storm Prediction Center thinks the worst weather will be at. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure why. I'm going to assume that there's a possibility for some very strong storms in this enhanced region right here. But right now, the main threat is kind of more east over here. So if I were drawing this, I'd probably put it like over here. But, I mean, they definitely know more than I do since they're a full team of professionals and I'm just one random kid who likes doing this. So listen to them instead of me. But I'm just saying that over here, I'd say is a bigger chance than over here, honestly. So let's go ahead and break down our tornado probabilities for today. We got a giant 2% risk of a tornado in the High Plains region here. And that shouldn't create, the chance of you getting a tornado out of this is very low. But the fact that it's over so many different counties means that there's probably going to be a few spin-up tornadoes right in here. So be on the lookout for that. Potentially some small isolated tornadoes in this 2% bubble. And then we got our damaging wind outlook. Now we have a 5% risk down here, a 5% risk down here, but we have a 30% risk of damaging wind over here in northeastern Wyoming as well as southwestern South Dakota. So if you're in here, you have a 30% chance of seeing wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher, so definitely be on the lookout. And then we also have a hail threat, and this hail threat is really bad because we've got a hatch risk. So if you are in a yellow risk here, you have a 15% chance of seeing hail of 1 inch or larger. If you're in the yellow area and you have the liney circle thing over you, then that means that you have a 15% chance of seeing hail of 2 inches or larger. And if you're in this red with the lines here, you have a 30% chance of seeing hail 2 inches or larger. So again, if you're in this northeastern Wyoming, southwestern South Dakota region, you need to be on the lookout for some very large damaging hail. So that's pretty much it for today, but let's go ahead and get into tomorrow, where we do have somewhat of a risk for more severe weather. We've got 4 different marginal risks here. We got one down in the southeast, we got one down in the deep south, we got one in the high plains, and we got one in the southwest, pretty much covering the entire U.S. here. So yeah, let's go and break it all down. The marginal risk right here is, I mean, you could definitely see some pop-up shower and storm activity. And I believe one of the reasons that a marginal risk is here is because there are actually some systems developing out in the ocean, which, I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be a major devastating hurricane or anything, but definitely look out for some potential tropical depressions. I mean, I'm not saying at all that it's going to happen. I believe there's like a 40% chance of one forming out here in this region. So definitely be sure to be on the lookout for that, because if it does happen, you're going to wish you had taken precautionary actions. And then we got one over here in the south that actually goes all the way up into Missouri. So, yeah, this one right here, kind of just some shower and storm activity. This one up here in the high plains is kind of going to be leftovers from today's storm. So what you're seeing today, you're most likely going to have some stuff from it up into tomorrow. And then we've got a marginal risk down here in southeastern Arizona, rather. And, I mean, again, maybe some pop-up showers and storms, but overall, this one's probably the least concerning. Tomorrow, we have no tornado risk. We do have a 5% chance of damaging winds in all of these marginal risks, and then we have a 5% chance of hail in most of Missouri, and then also the high plains risk up here. So tomorrow, look out for that. And then on Tuesday, we actually don't have a marginal risk anywhere. Now, this is most likely not going to stay like this. This has happened several times this month where they'll say that there's not even a marginal risk anywhere, but then usually one pops up and even a slight risk usually comes along with it. So right now, they're forecasting thunderstorms. Just if you're in the light green, it doesn't mean you're going to see thunderstorms, but it does mean that you have a very small chance to. So I'm guessing if they do issue a marginal or slight risk in this region, it's going to be somewhere in this thunderstorm risk. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It's kind of a different style of weather forecasting again. If you are in southwestern South Dakota or northeastern Wyoming today, you need to be on the lookout because you could see some very crazy stuff. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.